Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. It's on, or it's dead. I guess it's off. It's not on. It's on. It's definitely off. Uh, the PlayStation stuff's it's happening. We're just gonna react to some videos. What a day! What a day!
Do you ever wake up in the morning? Sorry, I need to start over.
Joe from Seattle, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is a pretty good YouTuber. I like him. He has a very nice sense of.
Wasn't the end of the thought. I'll start over.
His voice just cracked at the beginning. That's why it's like, oh, I'm gonna start over.
Do you ever wake up in the morning? Well, unfortunately. I'm kidding. Stop. But do you ever wake up in the morning and see a piece of news that is
Oh
like the
shit!
most surprising thing you've ever seen,
This
and
was
it's
not
like, oh my
surprising.
god, like where did this come from? How did
This was not surprising. Honestly, this was not surprising. Xbox has done this, like has been doing this forever. Nintendo has already started phasing out true physical gaming. Like the new Switch 2 games, without internet, you don't really have the game. You can't really play the game. So yeah.
we get here? Do you ever have a morning like that? Cause I fucking don't. So after Rockstar
Ty, what's happening? What's happening, dog? What's happening, Ty? PC gamers crying about PlayStation going digital when all their games on PC are digital. Griftas. Ty, hold on. Hold on. Let me just open Twitter. Let me open Twitter. Let me open Twitter for 2 seconds, Ty. This, you know what? This is one of the reasons why I missed uh, coming on here live and having to listen to your nonsense. It's truly glorious. Hold on. Let me quickly search this up. PS5 PC gaming. By the way, I hope you're doing well, Ty. Hope you're doing well. There's a guy that broke it down. God damn it. Hold on. I should have bookmarked it. I should have, right? But I forgot to bookmark it. Thank you for reminding me now, Ty. Cause now I'm going to bookmark it for the show later on. Where is it? God damn it. Ugh. God damn it. All right, so I'll I'll just sum it up for you because I found some dude that actually like he broke it down perfectly, Ty, but I can't find the tweet right now. But I will find it. I will search for it because the shit's still popping. So I'm sure other people are going to say the same thing. But essentially, right, to boil it down for you, Ty, on PC, on PC, you actually can own your games, literally. Obviously, right, there's the big pirate elephant in the room, but even if you push that to the side, there's GOG games. There's even Steam. Steam does let you take your games offline and then still play them and install them on another machine and play them with the install files. So yeah, man. Uh, I'm sorry to break it to you. I know, like, you're one of the biggest corpo guys, but I'm sorry to say, like this one specifically, yes, moving to PC is better than console. Yes, it is.
and Take-Two decided to just shit out.
But still, I want to thank you for reminding me that I need to find that tweet and bookmark it because the dude broke it down so eloquently. Because I'm not big with the technical side of gaming, but he broke it down perfectly. And for some reason, I just liked it and kept on moving instead of bookmarking it. So thank you for reminding me. What's false? There's no such thing as pirating on PC. There's no such thing as GOG on PC. You can't take files from your Steam games and play them offline. What's false, Ty? What's false?
GTA 6 without a physical disc, especially since people started buying the code in droves. Like people like me have been saying this.
Dude, like, okay, listen, Joe. I'm sorry. I like Joe from Seattle. I do, but listen, if GTA 6 was on PC, I'd have paid the $100 as well. I would have been one of the people that would have paid the $100, and right now I would have pre-ordered it. Pre-ordered a digital game that will never run out. But for some dumbass reason, right? This is the one game that has everyone hype to the gills. And we're not even trying to pretend. At least I'm not trying to pretend. I'm not trying to pretend. If this thing was on PC, I'd have bought it. I'm not trying to act like some kind of saint that, no, I'm better than everyone else when it comes to GTA 6 or GTA as a franchise. No, no. I'd have bought GTA. Hands down, no problem. If all PC gamers use Steam, they're engaging in the same thing. GOG literally running out of money. I don't know what to tell you, brother. I don't know what to tell you, Ty, because like I said, you want to talk about the profitability of GOG. That's another topic, brother. That's another topic. I'm talking about function, because the issue with Sony and physical games again boils down to function, because we all know like more than 70% or like most gamers on PlayStation are buying digital games. We know this. It is a fact. We saw it during the ABK trial. We got all the information of like, yeah, no one buys the PlayStation first parties the way they buy like FIFA or Madden or whatever. And we also found out that most gamers on all the consoles are buying digital. This is a fact. But right now we're discussing function, brother. We're discussing function. Focus, Ty.
For a long time. This was a slippery slope when they started doing like discs that you had the required internet to install. It was a slippery slope even more when Nintendo started doing
the slippery slope fallacy is not a fallacy anymore, people. It's a fact now. Everything has been slipping, right? Even in every single facet of entertainment, whether it's movies, comics, everything that started off kind of digital, the people that warned against it and ran out of town as like fear-mongering assholes and corpo haters, like people that would talk, people like you, Ty, that would say that no, it's fine or whatever, convenience, etc. You know what? 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, those same people are sitting there like, I fucking told you. And the worst part is that most people are just like Ty. Most people are going to be like, guys, this is perfectly fine. This is not a problem. Even though not a month ago we saw Sony, the very same Sony, wipe out 500 plus movies that people bought on their console. And no refunds were issued. Nothing happened. They just sent an email communication to these people and were like, yo, so this is gone now. You don't own this anymore. You don't have access to it anymore. Good luck with the rest of your life. Sony did that less than a month ago with 500 plus movies on their console. Okay, guys. Let's keep going down this road with digital. Let's go. Function isn't entirely relevant here when we talk about platforms. The reason why the issue is a problem is because the vast majority of PC gamers and console players are not looking at piracy. Let's read this again. Function isn't entirely relevant here because when we talk about platforms, the reason why the issue is okay. So Ty, if you want to discuss something else, Ty, you are free to discuss something else right now. Myself on my channel, I want to discuss the function that has been taken away, the function of physical games being bought on PlayStation. That's what I want to discuss. If you want to discuss something else, that's fine. You're allowed to want to do that. But what I am discussing right now is the function of physical games being taken away. Your argument effectively leads us down a path of destruction by luring people into a false sense. What security, brother? Dude, if console gaming has shown anyone anything, and this is why I abandoned it so freely, even though I have hundreds of games digitally on PlayStation, hundreds of games digitally on Xbox, and I looked at both of those boxes like, yo, I don't though. And that's why I was like, no, let me get me a PC. Let me get me a PC so I can actually have the games that I say so they're actually mine. So no, there's no security anywhere. Listen, anyone looking for a security blanket, a safety blanket, find a time machine, right? Go back to your mother's womb. There's no security. There's no safety. There's no guardrails in anything. And I don't want to make this into like a moral panic or anything, but in anything, gaming, your work, your relationship, your life, people be dying randomly. There's no safety in anything. Zero. Nobody's arguing about piracy. The argument is about storefronts taking our rights away, not us stealing. Stop slurping up these PC gamers and started this bull. Listen, if what's the question again? If paying doesn't give you ownership, because remember, these gaming companies they're the ones who said that paying doesn't give you ownership, right? It gives you temporary and revocable access. Then that means that piracy is not stealing. Because when you pay, you're not getting anything. You're just getting temporary and revocable access. That's all you're getting. So, yeah. Me and you fundamentally disagree on the whole piracy thing. Sorry.
Gain key cards that didn't actually have the content on the disc. And now that the AAA industry has seen massive success for a game that literally doesn't even have a disc, they can't even do the courtesy of
It's the biggest game of all time so far, right? It's the biggest, at least the biggest launch that's going to happen of all time, no doubt. This is one thing that I fundamentally disagree with Joe from Seattle GTA 6 deserves all the hype it's getting, all of it. Every single dollar drop that GTA 6 is getting, it deserves because of what GTA 5 did. Now, there's no guarantee that GTA 6 is going to live up to it, but all the crazy hype that the GTA 6 is getting, it deserves, in my opinion. And it's funny, yes, we still haven't seen like extended gameplay or anything from GTA 6. This shit could be vaporware. But dude, if it was on PC, I'd have paid $100. I'd have paid it already.
Manufacturing fake discs. They're literally just selling you a code in a box and you're eBaying it for some reason. Of course, this was where things went next. So before I read this news, let me make clear that 3 groups of people are to blame. The first group of people to blame is Rockstar / Take-Two / whoever signed off on this. Because as slippery of a slope that we were on, we were still in the realm of things being fixable. Until Take-Two and Rockstar came along and just turned the slippery slope into a fucking water slide. In fact, I don't even think it's a slope anymore. It's just a cliff. It's just a
fucking cliff. I like it. I like
great
it.
90-degree down cliff. And I
Yep.
blame Rockstar for that. I also blame every single person who pre-ordered this thing. Like,
You can blame me too, because I didn't pre-order it, but I've been hyping up anyone that has. Listen, if you've pre-ordered GTA 6, good on you. Enjoy your fucking ass when it comes out, and when it eventually gets to to PC, I will also enjoy myself, and I don't care. I don't care if in like 2028 it comes out on PC and it's $100 and it's 2 years later. I don't care. I'm going to pay the $100. Be mad, be mad. But in my opinion, this is the seminal title of every generation. Like Grand Theft Auto, at least since San Andreas back on the PS2, has always been the thing that has delivered every generation. Even though I wasn't a big fan of GTA 4, but that's a discussion for another day.
pre-ordering games is bad enough.
It was still GTA 4 is still an exceptional game, even though it wasn't for me.
But if you pre-ordered a physical copy, not only that, if you paid extra for an eBayed physical copy, this is on you. Why the fuck did you do that?
He's right.
What was to be gained? So I blame Rockstar Take-Two, I blame everyone who participated in this, and now I'm also blaming Sony. Because, again, we were still, like, kind of feasibly in fixable territory, but after this... No, physical media is done. Physical media is done. The best-selling console is now just ditching physical media entirely. Like, I feel...
And it's not just the best-selling console. It's the best-selling console, and they make their own CDs. It's not like they pay someone else to make the CDs. They make their own CDs. I saw Ham posting this on Twitter, and I 1000% agree. It yeah, it's wild. Y'all keep talking about function as these games start to include DRM in the games. When they came for everyone, I stood and watched and slept on PC piracy. Now they came for me, and there was no one left to fight. What's your point, Ty? What's your point? This seems like just vague ass derivatory, like sentences that are being stitched together. What is your point? What is your point?
like we all knew this was inevitable. We all knew this was coming. I thought they would at least wait a little bit after the GTA announcement, though. But nope, Sony's always got a speed run being the most unlikable company.
Actually, I disagree. Sony, this is actually a good move by Sony because for the first time, Sony is actually... You know what? Actually, not for the first time. Sony's always the last one to the party. Because, like I said earlier on, Xbox has already done this. Nintendo, with the Switch 2, is technically has already done this because the physical games aren't really physical. Like we've discussed this on previous shows. You don't really have full control over the game by having the little cartridge. They can still block the cartridge or your console, so it's not really yours. You know what I mean? It's not full physical like the Nintendo Switch 1. So, I disagree with Joe on this one. Sony actually here is still being last to the party because Xbox has done it, Nintendo is soft done it, but yeah, I disagree with Joe on this one. My point is, you PC gamers started this rubbish, and now y'all are just saying, well, we can pirate, so it's fine. Basically, y'all have to do a crime to substitute your rights. This is a joke. Oh, that's your point. Okay, PC gamers started this rubbish. PC gamers started taking gamers' rights away, gamers' ownership away. That's where we're going. That's what we're saying, Ty. PC gamers started taking game ownership away from gamers. Listen, that's a take, bro. That's a take. I guess all I can say is I don't think PC gamers have the right to take game ownership away from anyone. I don't think that's ever happened. I might be wrong about how game ownership works, but yeah, man, it's a hell of a take, bruv. It's a hell of a
Working
take.
on the planet, which I almost respect to a certain degree, because, you know, at least they got some gusto. At least they leave nothing to interpretation. They fucking hate you. You are such an inconvenience to them, and they
And okay, so see here, I think Joe's just being dramatic. Like this. Hold on, hold on. There's no need to be so dramatic, Joe. There's no corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sound like Taye right now, but I will have to say it. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no corporation that hates you. All right? There's no single corporation that hates you. Every corporation exists to make as much money off of you as possible. So every corporation loves you and wants you to make as much money at your workplace as possible so they can get as much money from you as possible. So Sony does not hate anyone. They don't hate anyone. They just want to make as much bank off of everyone as possible. That's all it is. It's not that they hate anyone.
will let you know. So before I read through their announcement, because oh my goodness, you have to read, you have to hear, you have to experience how Sony is explaining why this is actually a
You know, I still haven't read the blog. I literally haven't read the blog. Let's see what they say.
really great, wonderful, completely necessary thing that they're doing. And you shouldn't be upset with them because they really are just doing it for you, guys. They're getting
They're not doing it for us, but they're definitely not doing it because they hate us. Come on, Joe. Relax. Relax, brother. Relax.
rid of physical media for your benefit. It's for you. Oh my... you gotta hear this shit. The PR team is earning that paycheck, or at least they're fucking
That's their job, brother.
trying to. They're trying something. But yeah, before I read through this, I blame GTA 6. I blame everyone who bought GTA 6 before it even seen a
Blame even people like me that are on PC that are like, fuck. If it was on PC, I'd have paid for it. I'd have paid for it. I don't give a fuck. I'd have paid for GTA 6 if it was on
second
PC.
of gameplay, and I blame Sony for being in a position where they could have fixed this, where they could have course corrected if they actually gave a shit about this industry and what people want from it, but instead they decided to
Alright,
take the
enough
most
of the bitching,
stupidly selfish corporate direction
Let's get
possible,
to the article.
regardless
God
of the
damn it.
damage it's going to do to the industry.
Jesus Christ, Joe. Jesus. PC gamers enable the destruction of physical media by doing nothing about it. And why did they do nothing about it? Because they were slurping on Steam. Steam is the biggest offender. Okay, you know what, Ty? I'll allow that. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. PC gamers did enable the destruction of physical media. Yes, we were complicit. Well, it wasn't we at the time, because I used to be a console gamer. But yes, at the time, excuse me, at the time, if you're old enough, right, like some of us that already have white hair on our heads or in our beards. At the time, there was a time, ladies and gentlemen, there was a time when PC games came in cases with CDs. I know, crazy, wild, cannot believe it. But there was a time that's how PC games were. They were essentially console games in terms of like they were little cases, and people would just stick them into the disk drives of their laptops or their desktops. But circa 2008, 2009, I don't know what happened. Because at the time, again, right, I'll confess that I'm a new convert to the PC gaming space. At the time, at the time I was a console gamer. I don't know what really happened. Maybe one of these days, I need to find a video on YouTube that breaks down how the transition happened. But circa 2008, 2009, 2010, something happened with within the gaming PC, the PC gaming market, that suddenly the physical discs vanished. People just didn't need the physical discs anymore on PC, and they just started buying exclusively it. But the reason why physical media, and again, I go back to the issue of function, right? And I know you don't like that, but you know me and specificities. The issue of function is that on PC, you can still functionally own. And what is to own, right? To own is to have the thing, right? And it's yours. And you can do whatever you want with it for how long you want, for whatever time you want. You can store it for 10 years. You can get back to it whenever you want in 2050 or whatever. Functionally speaking, PC, right, is the only place right now, or at least starting 2028, PC shall be the only place where you can functionally actually own the video game. That's what I'm talking about. That's what a lot of PC people are talking about. That's what a lot of people that are leaving PlayStation now, people that are leaving Nintendo now, going to PC, because it's like the reason we were on these freaking consoles is because we had these boxes and we owned it and we were having fun. So now that you've removed this incentive, what's the point? Exclusives? Dude, Bloodborne, you can play Bloodborne on PC technically. If all you're interested in is playing the game, you don't care about achievements and all that other stuff, right? You can play Bloodborne on PC. That is a fact. So yeah. Yes, if you even go to AI and ask it who's the biggest offender in migrating games from physical to digital, it'll say Valve/Steam. Steam in 2003 made activation of the storefront mandatory for. Okay, I'm guessing he's continuing to text. Dude, again, man, I'm not fighting you on this specific point. I'm talking about the reality today, or the reality starting 2028. The reality starting 2028 is that if you want to functionally own the video game that you put money to, you better get your ass on PC. That's what I'm saying. I'm not here trying to fight about who put us in the shitter first. Because yes, the PC gaming market put us in the shitter first, but Xbox followed, Nintendo followed, and now PlayStation's following. And the question is, what you gonna do about it? Today, right now, what you gonna do about it? And what I'm saying is, if you want to do something about it, get your ass on PC. That's what I'm saying. Mandatory for physical media. In 2005, they pivoted to full digital storefront and started eradicating their physical games. Half-Life 2, the most popular PC game, ended up needing Steam storefront. Okay, cool. All right.
Shit in my ass. This industry is about to get so much worse before it even dreams about getting 1% better. Holy fuck. They can't even pretend to be in touch with consumers anymore. Why did gaming ever have to go fucking mainstream? So, posted to the PlayStation blog.
Let's go.
Oh, look at that ratio. Ooh. What?
Ooh. That's not good. That is not good. Oof.
Wonderful. 200 likes to 974 comments. I want to know how you got fucking 200 people to like it in the first place. It's like the...
Dude, millions of people... And this is another thing I wanted to say, right? People will slurp this up. Taya, using your language. The PlayStation fans will slurp this up. Because again, like we've established before, most of the people playing on console are playing digital anyway. So this announcement doesn't really change anything for most of the people playing on PlayStation. So when 2028 comes out, when January 2028 comes around, nothing's going to effectively change. The people that are bitching about it now, they're like a loud minority. But the PlayStation games will still sell millions and millions and millions of copies. This effectively isn't going to change much.
Original post on Twitter. Look at this. 16,000 people liked this. Like, fucking whomst. Where are they?
Whomst.
It says physical disc production ending in January 2028 for new games released on PlayStation consoles. In response to shifting trends in consumer preference, new...
Yes, this is our fault. Or their fault. Because I'm not on PlayStation anymore. But it is the fault of people that have been buying games digitally. Yes, you have communicated for years. You have communicated for years to Sony that you prefer to buy digital. Sony is spending billions buying discs, manufacturing discs, putting the data on the discs, and then shipping it out. They will save billions, and you will still continue to buy their games. So why the hell would they continue to make these discs? Just doing you a favor for the sake of it? No. And I know I sound like Tyre right now, like defending the corporation or whatever, but I still feel it's relevant. I think it's relevant, yeah.
games will be released on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. As consumer preferences and the broader entertainment industry continue to shift away from physical discs to digital, physical game disc production on all new games released on PlayStation consoles will be discontinued starting January 2028. Following this date, new games will be available on the PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. This transition has no impact on games that have already released or will be releasing prior to January 2028 in disc format. So, couple things here. First of all, let me just get this out of the way. This has no effect on games that have already released or will release physically. Yeah, it has no effect on those. You know, aside from the obvious elephant in the room that we, as a console manufacturer, are not manufacturing discs anymore, which means the future consoles definitely will not have a disc drive. But don't worry, guys. This doesn't affect discs.
It's just a factual statement they're making. Come on, Joe. Come on.
Up until then, what do you mean? Why are you worried about that? Why are you worried about the future of discs you already have or discs you're going to have over the next year and a half? Why are you worried about that?
It's just more context. It's just more information. Honestly, I appreciate them being specific about that. But obviously, right, it doesn't take away from the fact that, yeah, you're screwed in the long run.
Dummy. It doesn't affect those, even though we are definitely not supporting that format anymore, because why would we if we're not manufacturing that media format anymore? Yeah. So there's literally no reason for us to continue making the hardware to read that kind of medium. But don't worry about it. It doesn't affect the discs, dummy. But also, I love how they're framing this. Consumer we're doing this for you.
No, Joe is purposefully misunderstanding. That's all I can take from this. They're not saying they're doing it for you. They're doing it because of you. Hold on. I guess we have to rewind now. In response to shifting trends in consumer preference. Hello, Joe. What are trends? What is consumer preference? Right? Consumers buy their trending purchases that, again, we were made aware of during the ABK investigation or trial or whatever, right? We were made aware of the fact that industry-wide, the consumer preference has been trending towards digital purchases. So when they say in response to shifting trends in consumer preference, they're talking, Jesus. I usually agree with 99% of what Joe from Seattle says, but he's so off base on this specific point. They're not saying they're doing this for the consumer. They're saying they're doing this because of the consumer. And this is why I always say that, dude, when corporations do shitty stuff, you wanna know who to blame? Find a mirror. Find a mirror. Because I promise you, if most of gamers stopped buying microtransactions in Call of Duty, and then we only bought the game and played just the campaign, and then dipped, I promise you, within 2 or 3 years, Call of Duty will have a 20 or 30 hour campaign. If all we ever start doing and interacting with, whether it's uh, social media or even in the game, and then all their metrics start showing that our consumer preferences within Call of Duty are trending towards just the campaign, I swear to you, they will bring down the microtransaction hell that is whatever the online version is. But that's not what happens. The consumer preferences always trend towards the multiplayer on Call of Duty. That's why the campaign used to be 8 hours, turned to 6 hours. And I don't know if it was Call of Duty 3 or something, Modern Warfare 3. There was a recent Call of Duty that the campaign was 3 hours. So they're not saying that they're doing this for consumers. This is essentially Sony saying, we're listening to you. We hear you loud and clear. Y'all don't give a shit about physical gaming.
Has no impact on games that have already released. I mean, it's for you. It's for you.
No.
It's because of your preferences.
No.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, it is because of our preferences. That's true.
you're getting ratioed to fuck on the announcement. Like,
You're getting ratioed by obsessively online freaks like me, like you, Joe. But we don't make up the majority of gamers. We don't make up the other 90% of people that spend money on PlayStation, on Xbox, on Nintendo, on Steam. So what's going to happen? They're gonna get ratioed. Ooh, make it trend. Oh yeah, we burnt them. We embarrassed them. Blah blah blah. Quarterly meeting, right? December 2029. PlayStation is up, I don't know, 12 billion. That's what's going to happen. That is exactly what's going to happen, because you essentially do not represent the majority voice. I do not represent the majority voice of gamers.
reception to this announcement has been almost universally negative, but
On Twitter. On Twitter. You think every gamer's on Twitter? Okay. All right. Good luck with that.
you just don't get it, guys. It's because of your preferences. We had to. It would like really, you told us to do this. It was
Yes.
your preferences,
Yes.
which is why everyone hates what we're doing
Dude.
right now, but we wouldn't have done it if you didn't have these preferences, guys. I also love that they say, well, it's because of the broader entertainment industry that's shifting. Yeah, whose fault is that?
Yeah, okay, that's a shit take from Sony, but yeah.
Oh man, gosh darn it. The entertainment industry is just going in this direction. What company are we again? Sony? One of the major distributors of the entertainment industry? Nah man, we had nothing to do with it. It's the industry's fault. It's everyone except us. It's the consumers telling us to do it.
Man.
It's the industry around us doing it. Like, don't yell at us. Don't yell at us. And I mean, like, everything that releases on disc before January 2028, I mean, like, those discs are still coming out. Yeah, but you're not going to let me put it in future PlayStation consoles, so what's the point of buying it now? Well, stop having preferences. Oh, but it gets worse. It actually gets worse. Quote, this is a natural direction for Sony Interactive Entertainment to adapt to consumer trends as the general preference for digital media significantly outpaces physical discs. Yes, because it's convenient. That doesn't mean
Exactly.
it is the only option. It's really convenient to have.
Dude, it's not the only option. But if you're a corporation that makes billions, right? That off digital. Like for me, what kills me is that we're sitting here asking a corporation to be, I don't know, compassionate, asking a corporation to think about doing the right thing, and it's like, bro, it's a corporation. Next, we're going to be asking lions to be vegans, right? What are we doing?
have food delivered to my house. That doesn't mean I want delivery to be the only option. It's really convenient.
My guy, you represent the few people that don't want delivery. But if 9 out of 10 homes in your neighborhood prefer delivery, my corporation would rather focus just on delivery. We can literally afford to lose your purchase. And I'm betting that you are going to sign on and also get onto the delivery service in this analogy.
To get drive-through. That doesn't mean I want sit-down restaurants to stop existing, especially if sit-down restaurants are the only place where I can be treated like an actual person with some kind of ownership and agency over the direction the industry is going in. Also, I can't help but notice that digital games keep getting more expensive for literally no reason, because there's no physical overhead. There's no actual production. It's just lines of code being copied and pasted at no cost to the publisher, and yet digital games get more expensive. Well, Joe, it's because they're subsidizing the physical...
It's because there's idiots that are willing to pay.
Well, disc production. Okay, now what's the excuse? Like, oh, no more physical discs. That means games are going to get cheaper, right? Because production costs just went...
No, games are going to get more expensive. What are you talking about?
Exponentially down. So the cost of digital games at launch is going to go down on PlayStation, right?
The only way it goes down is if like everyone on PlayStation is like, okay, I'm not paying $70, and then like all the consumer trends show that, oh, when a game's $70, no matter how good it is, no one buys it. As soon as it hits 60, everyone buys it. That's how you communicate to the corporation. That's why Steam has crazy sales all the time. It's because everyone on Steam has collectively, right? Most of the people, not everyone, but most of the people have collectively made the decision, oh, I'm not paying $60. I'm not paying 50. And then most games are sold on Steam for $40 or less. That's like the sweet spot. And that is a communication that is understood. Believe you me, it is understood by the corporation. The corporation does not understand bleeding hearts and doing the right thing and mercy and all this other rubbish. Humanity. The corporation understands ones and zeros. All right? The only way to communicate with a corporation is don't buy or buy. That's how you communicate to the corporation.
Right. The post continues, quote, "This transition will enable us to align more closely with how most of our community prefers to access and play games today."
I swear, word for word, it's exactly what I said. Most of our community.
51% is most. This is why I hate this wording. I'm not saying that 51% of people play digital and 49 play physical. Obviously, I know that like the split is different there.
It's
but
way
if your
more.
Justification for doing something like this is just, well, most people do it this way, 50.1% of a group, that's still most. Using most as justification is complete garbage. Give me numbers. If you're not willing to give me numbers, don't bring up the ratio that you won't disclose, because it makes you sound shady.
It doesn't. Here's how I look at it. There's no corporation that's trying to actively lose money. Besides Xbox, there's no corporation that's trying to lose money. So if they're doing this, if they say most, it's significantly more, because that makes it worth their investment or lack thereof in terms of manufacturing discs.
But you don't care about sounding shady because you're fucking Sony in the current year. Because also, I could just shift how this is worded. You're saying that, oh, most of our community prefers to access games digitally. Well, I'm pretty sure most of the community also prefers to not have games taken away from them. I'm pretty sure if I...
Yeah, but not having games taken away doesn't profit the corporation. Two things need to happen. Oh, actually, one thing needs to happen. The corporation will take the direction that gives them more money. That's it. That's all it is.
Asked every single player on the PlayStation, hey, do you want Sony to be able to just take your games away from you? I'm pretty sure
none of them's willing to actively financially punish Sony over that. So it's a irrelevant question.
Most of them would say no. I'm pretty sure if I asked every single PlayStation player, hey, would you prefer to have actual, like, 100% ownership of a game digitally? Or would you like to basically be renting the game digitally and it can be taken away from you at any point, and also it costs the same amount of money as if you actually owned it? I'm pretty sure most of them would pick the first scenario. This is why you should not be saying things like, well, we're doing it because most people like it. There's a lot of things that most of your players like that you don't care about.
I can feel myself turning into Corpo Tire right now. Jeez.
If all it takes for you to make a giant shift like this is just for most people to be existing nearby that shift, it opens a can of worms I don't think you want to open. Now,
They do. They're down to do whatever most people want, as long as whatever most people want is profitable to them.
Now do you? The post continues, quote, we'll continue to prioritize our resources to
Drive innovation.
drive innovation and how players can access games and provide choices as to where players prefer to purchase new games, whether it's at retailers or PlayStation Store. We remain committed to delivering a world-class gaming experience to our fans, and we thank you for your continued support. So yeah, they're going to start selling codes.
I love it. We thank you for your continued support. Delicious. Fucking. Like, they absolutely know. Y'all ain't going nowhere. You will take it. You will bend over and you will take it. You will own nothing and you will be happy.
Boxes too. Like,
wow.
they're saying that they're not making discs anymore, but they're gonna keep working with retailers. They're just selling you codes and boxes because you bought the codes and boxes.
Yep.
You fucking retards.
You idiot.
And I'm not expecting any price drop. This is what makes me laugh about Sony and just about AAA gaming in general. They keep hiking up the prices. They keep raising the prices of everything because, like, ah, man, production costs are just so high nowadays. Production costs are just so high. And then they announce something like this, which not only completely guts your rights as a consumer, but also drastically decreases production costs. So it's like, oh, okay, you're just...
Yeah, but if they lower the price, they lose the market share. Right? They lose the market value. They lose the profits that they're going to make off of still charging people $70 for a game, $60 for a game, and there's nothing in the box. So again, they will move in any direction that gives them more profit, because that's what a corporation does.
Justification for raising the prices was production costs. And now you just drastically cut production costs. Does that mean you're going to lower the prices now?
No.
You're fucking funny, kid. Give me your money. Kill yourself. So, I hope you're happy. Fucking everyone who encouraged this. Everyone who participated in this. Because we're not rolling it back. It's like I was saying. It's like we were capable of rolling this back. As shit as things looked, we were still capable of rolling it back. We are not now. We just aren't. So, strap in. Prepare yourself, and I guess I would say stock up on PlayStation discs while you can. But like at this point, if you want to own PS5 games or I guess PS6 games, just fucking wait for the emulator to come out. You know,
Essentially,
that's really the only way you're gonna own these games. Just wait for the emulator to come out. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. It always does.
Yeah.
But fuck me. I thought. At the very least, I thought they would wait a little bit longer after the GTA 6 fiasco, but fuck. Sony fucking hates you and they want you to know
they don't hate you. They just want to make as much money off of you as possible.
About it. But you know who loves you? Me. I love you.
Alright, that's the end of the video. It's going to do the Doofus Club shout out. Lots of points there that I agree with. Lots of points that I don't agree with. But... yeah, cheers to Joe from Seattle. Let's look at some tweets. Talking about all of this. This guy says, newsflash for any PlayStation player threatening to swap to PC over this, or PCMR dudes using this to dunk on Sony about my ownership. Oh, okay, this will be good. And his name is Wolverine PS5. This will be really good. Unless you strictly use GOG or pirate games, your games are beholden to not only Steam DRM but often additional DRM like de novo for major releases, like so stay like Resident Evil, blah blah blah. So stay out of this, considering PC killed disk drives and games before any console did. 2 points, 2 points. Unless you strictly use GOG or pirate games, your entire argument is dead. Right there, right there. You killed it yourself. You're essentially saying, I don't want to fight the big bullies, right? I'm at the fight club. I don't want to fight the big dudes. Give me the crippled little kid in the corner. I want to fight him. And I'm a champ because I want to fight him. Right? That's essentially what you're saying. And then the second point, stay out of this, considering PC killed disk drives and games before any console did. Okay, so because PC, right, was the first to do the horrible thing, anyone else that does it didn't do a horrible thing, so no one should say anything about it. So essentially, like the first Nazi, he was problematic, right? The very first Nazi was a problem. Every single other Nazi that came after him, don't worry about him. Don't worry about them. Just worry about the first Nazi. He was the problematic one. Jesus, the logic is nuts. I'm loving the ratio though. I'm loving the ratio. Which is why everyone should switch to PC gaming. Okay, let's see. PC has a lot more features, which puts it on top. Okay, so no one's disagreeing here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. If you're switching to PC, oh, this will be good. If you're switching to PC because PlayStation is going digital, only I have some news for you. For the few who didn't get it, this isn't about more storefronts with competitive pricing. This is about having physical media that works 100% offline, which PC gaming does not fix. Actually, it does because of, again, GOG pirating. PC players have multiple storefronts, different pricing. You completely missed the point. If everything's going to be digital, then why will you own a PlayStation? Think next time. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. The other day, I really wanted to play X-Men 2 from the Sega Mega Drive. I know that if I had a PlayStation and a Xbox and the Nintendo Switch, I know for a fact I wouldn't be able to boot it up. But I was able to boot that up. Anyways, let's see some more. You pay for online and basic features for your console on top of paying for your console, so not being on PS5 is cheaper than being on PC. I can pirate games that aren't listed on Steam, Origin, EA games, no more on PC. I can't do that on console. Again, like I was saying, I wanted to play X-Men 2 from the Sega Mega Drive, and I did it. That's all I'm saying. Sony's shutting down making physical games, period, and also shutting down this. Okay, this guy is regurgitating the news. Watch the rise of piracy with all those insane business practices happening in the past few years. I feel like the ones getting caught in the crossfire the most are the developers, though. Whether we buy their games or not, whether they win awards, get massive recognition. This is a very good point. It sucks to be a game developer now. Fucking sucks, because your game can be successful and you're still getting laid off. Your game will suck and you're also getting laid off. It's a lose-lose situation for developers. Currently, every non-online game current in the Steam can be cracked in seconds. How will you fare when you're forced to go digital only for PS6? My PS2 is still going hard after 20 years, and your PS5 is going to be a paperweight into LOL GG's. Oh, you know a rant coming on today's stream. Yep. Go off, brother, go off. To all the console gamers, I beg you, start making the switch to PC game, because you're coming over with both lower the price of PC parts and make Oh, you coming over will both lower the price of PC parts and make companies actually start taking gaming seriously again. Also, pirating is goated. We can show you the way. Justin will show people the way? What's he talking about? Um, why are we okay with no physical release? You know what? One thing that I'm really happy about, a lot of the PlayStation fans are not defending this. I thought I was gonna find a whole bunch of PS5 defending, but let's see. PS5 uh, physical. Let's search. Asmongold.
A lot about. There's a lot of people on the internet that care a lot about physical media, and they care so much about it that they never buy it. And any of
I was saying exactly this. Sony's just listening to what people are doing. Y'all ain't buying physical.
these people that are talking about how much they love video games and buying video games, I want you to show me the last 10 video games you bought, and I want you to show me the box that you bought them in. There's a lot of
All right. This is a terrible idea. You're rendering entire PS4, PS5 physical libraries pointless going forward. It is done, brother. Get the lube. All right. This is going to happen the easy way, or it's going to happen the hard way. The PlayStation we grew up with is long gone. What is this fuck ass idea? SMH, remove the point in charge. Remove the people in charge who are making these dumbass decisions. People who are going out of their way to post they don't care about physical media is equivalent to going into a restaurant you don't like and saying the food sucks. Your opinion is not necessary or wanted. This is for the people who enjoy and want physical media. GameStop, when they wake up and see that PlayStation is getting rid, yeah, this does fuck GameStop. This does ruin their business plan. Oof. To be a fly on the wall of limited run games right now. They and all boutique publishers sadly are in big trouble, and relying on Nintendo moving forward only goes so far. Keycards say they clearly want out too. Massive downstream effects imminent, rough waters ahead. Damn. Oh, remember this one? Classic. Fucking classic. Okay. Anyways. This was fun. Strongest kick account creator. Oh my goodness. Alright. Anyways, this was fun. Y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all later on for the